I was going to start one, and I was just going to go, so Corky Romano. Because I don't know if anybody's seen Corky Romano. Well, that was my danger.
Oh, I found out that if I after I get out of the shower, if I put my hair back when it's wet and then let it dry, it parts down the middle, and I look like Brendan Fraser. I look like Brendan Fraser for sure.
Brendan Fraser,
friend of the show, Brendan Fraser. I love that name.
I almost sent you guys a picture of it, but then I was like, no.
Yeah, I don't want your.
This has to be seen in person.
I don't want your after shower selfie, dude. What are you doing?
We could talk about butt cheeks in the mirror behind me.
We could talk about friend of the show, Jeff Keighley.
Oh, is Jeff Keighley our friend of the show now?
Absolutely. He's friend of yeah, well, I've been in the same room as Kojima. Mm-hmm. So he's definitely got to be around me because there's got to be he's collecting enough dead skin cell samples to clone Kojima. Yeah. Kojima's old. Like
Kojima residue on you.
He's like almost 60. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't know because he's still in that weird like era. Like Japanese people are young until they're instantly not.
Yeah.
And so
I would not have guessed that he was.
That was a conversation I had with Nicole the other day about if you could be reborn, what race would you be? I was like, well, I'd totally be Asian because like
this is like the most loaded racist topic we could have on the show.
I've got it. I know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Tokyo Game Show, but not what you think. We're going to talk about Tokyo Game Show because Tokyo Game Show. We're now at a point now where VR has saturated the gaming market from like an advertising and like the corporate wheel. So they had some new VR experiences there that were fucking incredible. The first one was a Gundam VR game. What? But it's not what you think. So they just
quit saying it's not what you think.
It's not what you think.
You don't know what I think.
No, it's definitely not what you think.
I'm definitely thinking like me putting on a headset, flying through space, blowing shit up.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So no. I'm thinking I'm the gunner on an airship and there's Gundams fighting in front of me.
Okay, well you're both so far off, it's not even funny. Buckle in, bitches, because they've just built a new Gundam statue in Japan. Right. Anybody heard of this? Anybody seen this?
But I'm still envious over seeing the first one.
It's a special Gundam. Uh-huh. It's all a unique Gundam, right?
So, is it like a custom one or is it from a show?
It's unique.
Okay.
To this installation.
Okay.
So the VR experience is that the Gundam is bigger than the size of the statue. It's like a Gundam-sized Gundam. Okay. Which is the statue's not. It's big, but it's reasonably big. So the Gundam shows up, and he puts his hand down, and you climb into his hand. And this VR experience is not just in the headset. It's also you stand on like a hand platform, and then there's a thumb. And you sit down and grab a hold of the Gundam's thumb, and it's like kind of soft, like a little pillow. And so you go on this magic carpet ride with this Gundam while holding and cradling his thumb, both in virtual reality and in reality.
That's crazy.
They were like, Gundam hugging is definitely what people want to do. So that's pretty good, but much better than that is so there's this tutoring game that Capcom put out. It was only in Japan for the PSVR, and it was a game where you tutored a Japanese girl on English, like how you taught her English. Yeah. And these kind of games are very voyeuristic, and they definitely get in your bubble. Mm-hmm. Like everybody that I was reporting, it was like they're just way too close. Like you're really uncomfortable. But they came back this year, and they're like, we have a better one. We have one for girls this time, and it's a guy. But instead of tutoring this guy, he's in jail. He's in, like, prison or something, and you don't know why. But you are, like, the creepy dude on the other side of the mirror, and you're observing him, like, brushing his teeth and, like, doing normal shit.
Yeah.
And the subtext of the game is that you're trying to learn what he's in prison for. And it's the whole, like, bad boy, like, you're supposed to fall in love with him because you see his, like, compassionate side.
So do you communicate with him?
You tap on the window.
And that's it?
Yeah. So you're like, he learns, it's kind of like, hey, you Pikachu, like you tap on it,
yeah,
and he's like, yeah, I'm into this, like I'll brush harder, or maybe I won't brush at all.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
So super good. Like I want to bring those things over here, and I want to really Americanize them. Like I think that there's a lot of opportunities for that. Like I want to do a tutoring lesson game, but I want it with Gary Busey, and he's just really uncomfortable. Like he's the one who's uncomfortable with the amount of space he's in.
Yeah.
So he's like constantly rearranging things to sort of make the room appear larger than it is, and you have to put them back.
I like the idea that maybe he's not comfortable with having as much space.
Oh.
So he's trying to arrange the room to make it seem smaller.
That's pretty good. And you're putting them back.
Yeah, you have to put them back.
Like all the while you're teaching him valuable like lessons as a
and like he's uncomfortable not being in your personal bubble.
Oh man.
So he's trying to like walk closer to you while you're like doing something. So it's like a Five Nights at Freddy's, like while you're not looking, what is Gary Busey doing?
And then at the end he grows to like 10 times the size, and you cuddle his thumb.
Yep.
You
Perfect.
Get on in that.
It's exactly what I want too.
It's good. The fucking Japanese.
Jesus. Why'd you get racist at the end? Welcome to this week's episode of Hypothetically Speaking. I am Tyler Malter. With me as always,
Murphy-san.
And
John Reed.
And this week we are talking about genies and bottles, baby. Rub them the right way.
Rub them the right way. I just think of belly button piercings when I hear that song.
Dude, me
like,
too.
Immediately, like belly button piercings.
Yeah. Like the dangly kind.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I'm right there with
it's
you
a
on
little lapis lazuli, like hanging down.
I don't know what that means.
That's a gem.
So
all our gem fans out there.
This week our episode
pop star.
Gem, like JEM gem?
Yeah, like the pop star.
Yeah. Yeah, like the awesome movie from last year.
So good.
So good.
It was this generation's Josie and the Pussycats.
Better. This generation's Beatles.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was thinking like the movie Josie and the Pussycats.
Yeah, I was thinking like the band The Beatles.
They should have a movie. I think they're going to be big.
Josie and the Pussycats?
No, the Beatles.
Oh yeah, me too. This week's episode is about genies, and so the question is, if hypothetically speaking, as a group, got a genie lamp, and together we all rubbed the lamp, what would our wishes be? How would it all shake out? Do we split it evenly? Do we come up with 3 that are cumulative? How would we do this?
Do I get more wishes if I rub harder?
No. 3 wishes.
So we all like pick a side of it and rub it.
Sure.
I want to rub the handle. I want to move up and down the handle, like shaft-like.
Yeah.
It sounds like this past weekend.
What the fuck did you guys do this weekend?
You were there.
What the fuck
I
was I?
feel like that's the part of the lamp that never gets rubbed.
Yeah,
So-
everyone goes for the sides.
That's right.
Then
One
get the
spot.
lamp.
Like it's too much. The lamp is chafed there.
So do the same rules apply? You can't wish for more wishes.
Yeah, like Aladdin style.
Yeah.
You
Except,
wish for the freedom of the genie?
I don't know.
Because I feel like that'd be
We'd
nice.
have to negotiate that.
I don't
That can
feel
be
like
your wish.
The current company would want to waste a wish
Yeah.
on something like that.
That can be your wish.
Yeah, no, I don't. I feel like I would probably get stopped, and then I would lose my wish.
Yeah, maybe. So what happens at the end of in Aladdin, the genie stays with Aladdin because they had a TV show after.
They wished him to be free.
Is that what it was?
That was his final wish.
So what happens to the lamp if you finish your wishes?
He sucks back into the lamp, and then it's like you could rub it, but he doesn't come back out.
I thought the lamp
Oh, is that
stayed there, but it was like useless.
to you.
Yeah. To like everyone. Like
To
the lamp,
everyone?
The lamp was just nothing after the genie got its freedom.
But they talk about
Well, no,
like,
after the genie got its freedom. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like if I showed up and I rubbed it and I got my 3 wishes, would the lamp is it Dragon Ball Z and the lamp like shoots into the sky and disappears and hides itself?
No. I think it just like the genie goes back in and then did it do something in the cartoon?
I don't know.
Like someone got all 3 wishes and it like zipped up and disappeared.
No, so what happens to the lamp in that story is that Jafar gets it and asks to be an all-powerful genie, and he gets trapped in the lamp. So the lamp really just changed ownership. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to use Aladdin rules as much as everyone would want that to be their go-to. What about if it was like a boombox?
Like the Lonely Island boombox?
I'm thinking like Shazam, the rapping genie.
Kazam.
Kazam.
Oh yeah, sorry, I was thinking about Sinbad.
Yeah.
Throwback to
Kazam.
Sinbad has never been a
That's
rapping
not
genie.
true. It's not true.
Just saying.
I don't think anything happens to the lamp. I think it just stays there and it becomes useless to the person.
Well, I was gonna try to cheat the system, obviously.
Oh, like you would get the wishes and then he would rub and
Yeah.
he would get his wishes?
Yeah, or like hold on to the lamp.
What if you wished for a new hand so you could rub the lamp again?
That'd be good. You'd still benefit 2 wishes. So that's a pretty...
I'm thinking you get like an extra rub.
Well, yeah, no, like you would get 2 wishes, and then your third wish would be for a new hand to rub again.
Yes.
And then you'd be able to do that infinitely, and you'd always gain 2 wishes and lose
you'd
1.
Be cool. You would get lots of hands.
Yeah, you'd have all the hands that you wanted.
It'd be like Ashura.
How many hands is the minimum amount of hands that a person should have?
Well, the problem is
100
you still have the same heart, so you're gonna have to provide blood to all those hands, and
they're attached to you.
Well, I would imagine.
I thought I was imagining like disembodied hands,
But then how would they get blood?
like the dude from, is it the Munsters or is it Addams Family?
I was
That's
thinking
the hand.
that great movie Idle Hands.
That's not what I was thinking. Is it Addams Family that has the hand?
Yeah, the thing.
Is that its name? Is the
His
thing?
name's Thing.
So the hand's not attached to you.
How does that thing get?
It's just running around everywhere.
Would the thing get its own set of wishes?
Well, yeah. And he would snap. And he would do his little
Flip on his back
pantomiming.
and do his, yeah.
He would,
I remember that now.
that's pretty good. I liked when he did the Morse code.
Yeah.
Gomez. That's pretty good.
You guys are way more up on your Addams Family.
I heard they
lore
were
than I am.
rebooting
Are
that.
you kidding me? Yeah, no, that's not true.
Not true?
It's not true.
Good.
Remember,
It doesn't need to
episode
be.
2 of Hypothetically Speaking.
It's not true. But
When
yeah,
I
no,
lied
Addams
to your
Family,
faces.
there's not enough talk about that. That might be my wish. Is for another like Tim Burton Addams Family movie.
For like an Addams Family renaissance.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's back in the zeitgeist.
Yeah, it'd be really good. But I want it to be in like a Game of Thrones style show where like all the bets are off and it's all about like subverting expectations. And Tyrion's there because you got to have him.
In the Addams Family?
Yeah.
Who would he be?
He would fit.
Isn't it?
No, he'd just be Tyrion.
Just Tyrion.
show up.
It's not even Peter Dinklage, the actor who
He's
plays
like,
Tyrion.
hey, I'm
It's
from
just Tyrion.
Westeros.
It's just Tyrion.
Okay.
There's this video that Peter Dinklage talking about his life story that keeps trying to show up like for me to play on Facebook, and I refuse it. Like, it's become a thing.
Why?
I'm like, no, Dinkers, not this time.
Why don't you just find out what happened to the
Because
Dinklage?
it's him and he's sad and he's walking on like railroad tracks and he looks like the ending to the Hulk TV show. And I know he's going to be like, I was poor and then I wasn't, because
That's
that's
exactly
the
what
story.
it is. I was poor.
You
and
watched it.
I did watch it.
No, I don't want to know any
Did
more
you?
than my suspicion.
Well, yeah,
Cover your ears,
well,
'cause I wanna know.
Because Nicole scrolls through the book every night before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
Is that what you call
Well,
Facebook?
that's what they call it.
I'll walk in and I'll be like, "Are you scrolling through the
Drop
book again?"
the just book.
The book. Double the thus.
Scrolling
Okay.
through the book.
So she was looking at the book.
And I heard the
God, it
video
sounds
kick
terrible
on,
to say.
and I was like, "Hey, that's my boy Tyrion." So I laid down and caught the end of it, and he's like, "So I was poor, and now I'm rich."
Yeah, Dinker
And-
Donuts.
I was like, "Okay."
So we're
I'm excited for like 30 years from now when I can have the exact same video, but like 3 feet up into the air.
See, I'm excited. They
You'll
don't
be walking on water instead.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this water into wine.
Hey!
They don't do those videos backwards like Corey Feldman, and it's like
Yeah,
I was
like-
rich and now I'm not.
I was rich, and then I was on the Today Show, and now look at me.
It's so good.
And they're just like interviewing him on the street corner with a sign.
Every time I watch
Says, like,
Lost Boys, I
God
have a
help.
piece of my heart just break.
Really? Because of Hames?
Yeah.
He's Gonski.
Oh well.
Oh yeah,
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
he died. I don't feel that way when I watch Tommy Boy.
Tune into next episode's cold opening to find out more.
About what?
The Corys.
Anyway, so how are we gonna do these wishes? I feel like
I'm gonna
We've
wish
been-
for immortality right away.
Just
I
you
don't-
could
I
have
don't-
wished for all three of us.
I could have, but you have your own wish.
no. So this is the thing: is like we would all sit here, and the genie would pop out, and we'd be like, "Okay, what are we gonna wish for?" And we'd try to negotiate it out.
Uh-huh.
You can't just like snipe a wish like that.
Well, you could be immortal.
Well, yeah, but we could all be immortal,
Yeah.
and then you could get
Okay.
the $10 billion I was going to wish for, or something like that. You know what I
Why would
mean?
you wish for 30 billion?
No, it's not
Then
about
we can
that.
each have 10.
Yeah, no, we would all get the 10 billion. Or if John wanted to be immortal, I would let him be immortal, and I would just get my own.
Some people
10
don't
billion.
want to be immortal. I didn't know you wanted to be
So
immortal.
here's the shit.
I have a
we're gonna do
reason
with
for
this
wanting to be
one.
immortal.
I'm adding a twist where I'm interrupting your regularly scheduled podcast to say that this is not just a genie. This is going by leprechaun rules. So you need to be very careful about the semantics and how you wish for your wish.
Have you guys ever watched Once Upon a Time? The show on Netflix?
Once.
I just watched the episode with the genie. And
did he do that? Was it like a
well? No. See,
situation?
when he comes down, he's talking to the king, and the king's talking about his wishes and stuff, and he goes, "Oh, just to let you know, wishes come at a price." And so the king asks for, I think, like his freedom. He asked for something, and then his freedom, and the final wish was the genie's wish. He's like, "You can have it, do whatever you want with it." Brought him back to the kingdom, and then I guess like the genie falls in love with his wife. So the wife convinces the genie to kill the king, so he kills the king. And the genie looks down at the king. He's like, "Oh, I told you everything came at a price." And then he finds out that the wife, the queen, had tricked the genie into doing it. And then he says, "Well, I used my final wish to be with you forever." And he becomes the man in the mirror that she has, the mirror on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. So I didn't know if there's consequences to these wishes or not.
Yeah,
I don't even know why I started telling that story. I just forgot.
No, it's good. It's good because
Yeah.
it leads into the consequences. Yeah, no, I'm thinking like you ask for $10 billion, but where does it come from?
Yeah,
so
does
like
the
all of a
nation
sudden,
go-
like everyone you know loses all their money.
Or I'm $10 billion in debt with a credit card agency.
Yeah, or you've it was stolen from a bank and it's trackable, like it's got the tracking in it. So
Yeah, no,
that could be it.
I would wish for 10 billion untraceable, unconfirmable counterfeit $10 billion.
Counterfeit.
Yeah, and I would absolutely destroy the U.S. economy.
Yeah,
I would just add $10 billion bills to the.
We're going to be laundering some money.
inflation. How are you gonna claim that one on the IRS?
Oh, I'm not. I'm moving.
Oh, I was thinking
That was going to be my second wish.
No, you don't get to.
No, I do, because my first wish isn't the $10 billion. It's to kill the two of you.
Oh shit!
But I'm immortal.
And then my
I sniped
second
the wish.
So if we each got one, what's your top candidate for wish?
Well, I think
Immortality?
Immortality. And the reason would be, so I've always thought that we kind of run out of time as humans, like to try and like learn everything that we can. And geniuses have like this crazy ability to just process information and retain a ton of information all the time. It's kind of inherent in their brains. So I thought, if I lived forever, would I be able to learn everything? Would my brain be able to hold the information that I would learn about every single thing that there ever was to know? I could study everything and learn all of it and retain it.
And most of the time when you deal with immortality, you are not immune to afflictions. So like over time, you get like your arms cut off. It's not like you're invulnerable. Mm-hmm. You're immortal. So you could be left sedentary. You get hit by a car and you're a vegetable. No one could seem to pull the plug. Like they pull the plug and your heart keeps beating. Mm-hmm. But now you're just a vegetable for life.
I guess I would want to be. What's the?
How do you choose that?
How do you? So my second wish.
Invulnerable.
Invulnerable.
You need to be invulnerable.
I would be. Yeah, invulnerable. So I would be impervious to aging and death and affliction.
Nothing can affect you.
Yeah.
I would wish to be the real life Wolverine.
Oh, see, but
like get the powers of Wolverine.
Let's go back to invulnerable because if nothing
Did
can
you see
affect
Logan?
you.
Yeah.
I think he died of cancer.
Oh, I didn't. What?
Cancer kills everyone, man.
Oh, because I didn't see the
Even
movie.
Wolverine.
It doesn't happen.
Okay, good.
Wait,
I was really worried.
you've never seen Logan?
Jesus
Christ.
No, I was saving it. Because I don't go to the movies, bro.
He didn't die of cancer.
That's fine.
Yeah. So
Died
the
of
sedentary. No, dysentery is what I meant.
dysentery. It's just him heaving behind that like dusty Jeep thing they're driving around, just spilling his guts on the floor.
So, like if you were impervious to everything, I guess
Invulnerable.
or invulnerable. Impervious is the same thing. They're synonyms.
It's not.
Okay, so
I think impervious means you're like
Nothing can affect you.
you're like that's like your awareness, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. Like you could watch The Notebook and you wouldn't cry.
oh man, I'm impervious to Ryan Gosling.
That's right.
Is that Ryan Gosling?
Probably
Ewan
impervious to Ryan
McGregor?
Gosling.
Who is in The Notebook?
Baby blue eyes.
It's Keira Knightley and Ryan Gosling.
Is that real?
Nope.
Okay.
But when I think in my mind's eye to a movie I've never watched, those are the two in it.
Sure. I believe that that's correct.
Yeah.
That's going to be my wish. I I wish you would tell me who was in
No, just put Keira Knightley and Ryan Gosling.
Make me right. Vindicate me for this
That's
episode
right.
of Hypothetically Speaking.
Make yourself right.
Okay, I think that I would wish for the three of us to be the uncontested rulers of Earth.
Oh, wow.
And just immediately put an end to like all like war across all the countries and everything. And then together the three of us could build spaceships and we could do like interstellar travel and shit.
Dude, we could divide the world in thirds and...
But are we permanently uncontested? Like, no
Yeah.
one could ever... You don't think people would disagree with us?
No, permanently uncontested.
Really?
So yeah, like even people who would disagree would still respect the office of kings of the world.
Space aliens would never invade. They'd be affected by the...
Yeah, uncontested.
Yeah.
Well,
They'd
you'd
come in
still
and
be
be like,
able
we
to.
want to take over this world. We can't.
Yeah, they'd
Look at
still
those
be able to
guys.
like show up, and they'd still be able to fight us, but they could never say that they deserve to be kings of the world. You know.
Yeah.
So we would be kings of the world until we died.
It's pretty nice.
We'd build mechs.
Yeah.
That's
The
all
three
I would
of
do. I would
us.
reallocate resources to build mech fighters.
Why do we keep
That's what I'm
building
saying.
mechs in this show?
It's,
It's happened.
Well,
like
Tyler
every
believes he
episode.
invented them.
no,
Oh,
I design the mech that I use to fight the weird things that were happening because of the eclipse. It makes sense.
So there have been mechs many times.
I completely agree. We opened the show talking about Gundams.
We did. No, I was just as responsible.
Yeah. So that would be my wish: is that the three of us are uncontested rulers of the world.
That's pretty good.
That's what I'd give the three of us. So be
So we're
nice, give me something
invulnerable.
back.
We're uncontested rulers. Sean, the final wish is on your shoulders.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of responsibility on me on this one. So, I want it to be more of a humanitarian effort. I tend to take that route, I feel like, amongst the three of us.
You're gonna fucking waste our third wish, aren't you?
Absolutely not. No.
God damn it!
I'm talking about something that everybody wants.
He's going to turn you into Bill Murray.
try
Invulnerable Bill
to
Murray.
try to cuddle with me.
Just, yeah. No, I'm thinking we bring something back. Something that's been gone for a long time.
Oh, God.
Back on the fucking Addams Family.
No way. I'm talking about Crystal Pepsi.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't it already out?
I'm talking about it's back now.
Why did we let him be part of the wishes?
I never had Crystal Pepsi. And from what I've heard, it was without a doubt better. Like, people loved Crystal
It
Pepsi.
tasted like Pepsi.
Yeah.
Hands
It just
down,
didn't look like it.
like uncontested winner of every taste test between Pepsi and Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, it was Crystal Pepsi.
Mhm.
So, I feel like...
It's the us of Pepsis.
Whoa. Clear?
Winners of
White?
Kings of the World.
Oh.
Man.
Because we got the wish. You guys were both really close, though.
I would want, yeah, Crystal Pepsi. I've thought about it again. I still come back to it. I gotta know what it's like. Either that, or I thought that...
I'm so disappointed in you.
Why?
Because John and I are going to rule the world for the rest of eternity.
Thirsty.
With you,
Thirsty.
except you will be drinking a single case of Crystal Pepsi.
No, it's like all of it. Like an unlimited supply, like a refrigerator that I could continue
We're
to
gonna try to
open.
swim
I want
in
to
the
turn.
ocean.
I want to turn the ocean into Crystal Pepsi.
Exactly.
No, that's
And
that's,
kill all the
that's
wildlife.
rough. Yeah, we'll kill them. But if we have like this refrigerator that just keeps churning out Crystal Pepsi, we could go like Operation Dumbo Drop it to like third world countries, and like
Yeah,
save
because
them
the
with-
thing third world countries need is more fucking Crystal Pepsi.
It's absolutely what they need.
Why is this happening?
I don't know.
You could empty out the bottles and build a raft, or we could make like an up type situation. with
What's up,
bottles.
dog?
No, like an up. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
So is that actually your wish? Is
Absolutely.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal fucking Pepsi.
I like how you're like, I really want to go humanitarian with it. I want to try to fix the world, so I want to bring back Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi. It's a thirst quencher, and it's loved by millions probably if they got a chance.
You know what's canon?
What?
World War II was around without Crystal Pepsi.
It's true.
Crystal Pepsi wasn't there, World War II happened.
No,
If Hitler
That's
had
a fact.
Crystal
World
Pepsi.
War II, though, we have not had a world war since Crystal Pepsi came around.
Also a fact.
That's right.
So, yeah, if someone would have handed Hitler a Crystal Pepsi, it would have stopped all of the mindless killing
It
of
would have been
Jews.
good. And
Exactly like Kendall Jenner and the
Yeah.
regular Pepsi
we're gonna say
with the police.
We're gonna top it off, but I'm gonna say it has 0 calories, but all the flavor.
Wow.
Right?
I don't think a genie's even capable of that.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you have it. We would be impervious to age, disease, and death. We
We
would
could drink all the Crystal Pepsi we want and never get fat.
That's right. Well, it's with 0 calories.
rule the world,
Well, I've seen that stuff work, and
and we'd be able to drink fucking Crystal Pepsi.
Enjoy. You're welcome. Their
Oh!
wishes didn't help you at all.
Can I addendum to mine? Can
Yeah,
I fix mine?
Yeah.
The three of us and friend of the show, Brendan Fraser,
Okay.
uncontested rulers of the
Okay.
world.
Yeah, and I'm going to amend mine and say that we just are Crystal Pepsi.
Oh, we're just bottles of Crystal Pepsi.
if I don't hear the wish, it doesn't happen.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to do it for us at Hypothetically Speaking. I am Tyler Malta. You can find me at TJMalt421. You can find Sean Murphy at.
Chuck Bonsai 1.
You can find John Reed at.
John Reed Art.
You can find our podcasts at tablenight.com, youtube.com, search Table Night Productions. And you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/Table Night Productions. And we will see you next week.
Peace.
I should wish for just the Chuck Bonsai name instead of one.
Hypothetically Speaking is a Table Night production. I can't believe those assholes paid me $5 just for that.